This is the inspired style, and as you can see, this is a crop top. And then yeah, I think this also has a side pocket. Of course, yeah, it has a side pocket, as you can see. And this is my creation. So this is actually a chiffon fabric, and it's really fluffy, as you guys can see. And so I decided that I'm actually going to be adding a lining to this. This is a bar lining, and I'm actually also going to add a net. So this is like a full flea. I decided to cut this in 180-degree full flea, like really full flea. This dress or this material was only about 6 yards of it. Okay, 6 yards of chiffon fabric. So after arranging this, it was really hard to place and then arrange. So after I was able to do this, I cut out the waist, and then I decided to also cut the sides and then the downside of it. So the down part was really full, because I'm actually going to be adding net, and I feel like if I should just put it this way without adding net to it, it's just going to fall. It won't really come out from the way the actual style was. So I decided to just go ahead and add net to this. So this is me just going ahead to cut the down part right here. But then I had to go ahead and pin this, because honestly it wasn't funny. It keeps shifting like never before, and if you guys have worked with this fabric before, you'll find out that it's really hard to place this. As you're placing it, one side is shifting, the other side is staying. And if you're not careful, you will just keep trimming and trimming and trimming of the actual measurement out. So just go ahead and do the pinning. So when I was satisfied with the pinning, I decided to just go ahead and then cut this out. And yeah, I was pleased with what I had. Look at it. It's actually very full. It's actually going to like reach. This person is a little bit taller. Yeah, she's actually taller than me, so it's going to just be perfect on her. So now let's switch over to the back. So after placing the bag carefully this way, I decided to just use the front and place it on the back to cut, so that I could just get the perfect shape. Yeah, but the only difference is that this is actually going to have like a zip allowance for the bag, and then that's just it. And then we'll just follow the same thing and we'll cut it out perfectly. If you guys notice, one thing I found out about this material is that after cutting everything, I felt like one side was longer than the other. Thank goodness I actually did not cut it out. I just left it, because when I finished sewing everything, I realized that everything was just nothing but perfect. So now imagine that I had just gone ahead to like keep cutting and trimming the excess out, because I was seeing it one side dangling, the other side staying, and I'm like, why? Imagine that I've just cut everything out. That means I'd have cut the actual measurement that I had out. But I just left it. I mean, we learn every day, right? Honestly, when it comes to this kind of cutting, you have to be extremely careful. At the same time, you'll be having waist ache and everything. But guy, it's just the way out. So this is the net. Is more like hard net. I'm actually going to be putting underneath. So this is me just trying to fold it is the exact way that I actually did on the material. So I just use the lining. I already cut the lining, yeah. So I'll just place the lining on it to cut it, so that it will be much more easier for me. So you guys can see that after that, I decided to just place the lining on it, and then using the actual fabric, you can see this is the beauty of you pinning it, because if you haven't, honestly, it's going to be hell for you to be able to place this. So I decided to just place this on the net, so that I could get the exact measurement. Of course, it's not going to be the same length, so that the net will not be dangling down. So it's going to be like a little bit shorter, but hey, the waist is actually going to be the same. So you guys can see that I actually shifted the main fabric upward a bit, and then while I cut this out, so that means that the actual lining and the net is actually the same. And yeah, I was pleased with what I had, so I decided to just switch over and look, just place it on my body and see how this looks like. I was really loving what I was seeing, and so they are ready to actually go and do some stitching, joining all of this fabric together. So this is the upper part. I actually cut this behind the camera, and yeah, this is the lining as well I'm going to be using. Remember, this is a boxy crop top, so it's actually not, we are not making it fitted. It just has to be loose, like loose, loose, loose. So this is lining, everything, all the skirt, the fabric itself, the flare, joining everything together, getting ready to just stitch all of this together. So this is the final process of me making this dress. I hope you guys like it. See you guys next.